And now to our other top story tonight. The public battle between the LA County Board of Supervisors and Sheriff Alex Villanueva is heating up.
Sure is, Pat. The board is set to decide whether to ask voters for the power to remove him from office.
Well, KCAL 9 political reporter Tom Wade is here now with this developing news. Tom?
Hi there, Pat and Juan. Well, supervisors want this to go to voters in November. A longtime former supervisor we spoke with tonight, though, says even though he thinks the sheriff is a problem, this solution may backfire on the board.
Shame on you, Board of Supervisors. You don't get to pick and choose who the sheriff is. That's up to the voters.
That was LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva back in December of 2021. His years-long feud with the County Board of Supervisors on full display, and it continues to escalate now. The supervisors at their meeting on Tuesday will debate whether or not to ask voters this fall to give the supervisors the power to fire a sitting sheriff.
I'm not sure why the timing of this.
Zev Yaroslavsky served 5 terms on the LA County Board of Supervisors and is currently a professor at the UCLA Luskin School of Public Affairs. He says this move may backfire on the board.
I think the board is right, and I'm is right in being frustrated about this sheriff who just believes he's, you know, Donald Trump. He's the judge, jury, and executioner here, and it's a problem. But they need to be careful that that the remedy does not undermine their position, their high ground position.
The Sheriff's Department released a lengthy statement. It reads in part, if passed, this illegal motion would allow corrupt supervisors to intimidate sheriffs from carrying out their official duties to investigate crime.
It could be that putting this on the ballot will give the sheriff something to talk about and to go to the voters and say, here's what I'm up against.
Since taking office in 2018, the sheriff has racked up a slew of negative headlines, including rehiring a fired deputy, clashing with his watchdog, and defying the county's COVID vaccine mandate. Sheriff Villanueva frequently accuses the board of trying to undermine him.
And you will never have heard a single word from a single candidate about the concerted effort of the Board of Supervisors to defund the Sheriff's Department. Our hiring freeze. When we don't have cops, we can't make plans to do anything about crime if we're just struggling to meet the bare necessities of answering 911 calls.
Yaroslavsky says in his experience, the public doesn't like it when elected officials fire other sitting elected officials.
I remember years ago when we tried to remove the city controller from elective office and require the controller to be a certified public accountant. It got defeated 75% to 25% by the voters of the city.
Since Sheriff Villanueva did not win more than 50% of the vote in the June primary, he won just over 30%. He will face former Long Beach Police Chief Robert Luna in November, who scored almost 26% of the vote in June. Political experts say Villanueva has a tough fight in the next few months to win re-election. Pat?
All right. Thank you, Tom.